Hello again, everyone. This is Larry Edabassin. Hope all is well with you. The secret of success, it's in your hands. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. What you say, you see. We've been talking about the subject of imagination. A couple of sessions ago, I said to you, whatever you do not think about President Obama doing the hula dance in Waikiki, Hawaii with former President JFK. And I think the last session, I said to you, whatever you do not think or remember the Jackson 5 playing or singing ABC. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to do? Imagination is everything. Imagination is not just what you see. We call that visualization. But imagination includes all of your senses. What do you do with your senses? When you imagine seeing something, hearing something, tasting something, touching something, smelling something, you are imagining. What is imagination? So let's continue with this definition right here. As I said, the dictionary defines imagination as the faculty of imagining or forming mental images or concepts of what is not actually present to the senses. You get that? That is the key, guys, that unlocks your potential and my potential. We don't have to see things to imagine them. That's what faith is all about. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Belief without evidence. As I mentioned earlier on, I interchange the ideas, the words imaging, imagination, visualization, meditation, faith, self-contemplation, you name it. Because as far as I'm concerned, they all do the same thing. So the dictionary here is telling us the faculty of imagining or forming mental images or concepts of what is not actually present to the senses. It goes on. The action or process of forming such images or concepts. When you're going through the action or process of forming those concepts of imaging or images, you are putting your imagination to work. Your imagination puts you over. Your imagination sets you free from all limitations. On the plane, on the imaginative plane, there are no boundaries. There are no rules that limit you and I on this three-dimensional plane. You know, my pastor, Pastor Momo, gave an illustration probably several weeks ago. And I was talking about one of his friends who happens to own a helicopter. So anyway, to cut the long story short, the friend came to our church to preach. And when it was time for him to leave, Pastor Momo went out with his friend, and all of a sudden he painted. He painted. You see what I'm saying? He painted a picture of what happened when his friend was about to leave. Right in front of our church, there was a traffic light, and Pastor Momo said when his friend was getting ready to leave, he watched him as he got in his helicopter, and he just kept soaring higher and higher and higher. And he just started flying away. And the interesting thing was, Apostle Momo said, when his friend was leaving, he realized that the traffic light in front of our church was turned red. And all the cars that were approaching had to stop. But that traffic light could not stop his friend. Because you see, his friend was flying the helicopter. And when you're flying above the road, you apply different rules. Different rules apply to you. The limitations that you and I experience while driving our cars, no matter how beautiful, how expensive that car is, do not exist when you have the whole sky, when you're in a position where you can punch a hole in the sky. And that's what I'm trying to illustrate, that on the imaginative plane, the rules are different. You don't have to be concerned about vocabulary, what has been done or what hasn't been done. The question is, can you see it? If you can see it, then you can make us see it. Put your imagination to work, and I'll continue with the definition at another time. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.